Hi, my name is Z, and today I'm taking you behind the scenes of my latest short film called Silent Noise. If you haven't watched it yet, please do. I'll leave the link in the description as well. I'm going to discuss three main categories, which are lighting, sound design, and the gear that I used. So let's start with lighting. For this film, I primarily used natural lighting, which gave the scenes a more authentic and organic feel. Except for one shot, which was the car scene, it was a bit dark in the car, so I taped one of my tube lights to the sun visor to add some extra light, and it actually turned out pretty well. And I must say, tube lights are versatile in such scenarios. For the rest of the scenes, I made use of the sun's lighting coming through the windows and often placing myself in front of or close to the window and shooting on the shadow side to create silhouette effects and a moody atmosphere, which was perfect for the suspenseful and slightly mysterious feel of the film. I shot most of the scenes in the morning when the sun was just rising. This helped in making the light coming through the windows a bit softer and ideal compared to how harsh the sun gets midday. Next, let's talk about sound design. Finding the right music was a challenge. I mainly use Artlist as my stock site for music, but after a lot of searching, I couldn't find something that felt like, yeah, this is it for me. I needed the first part of the film to feel anxious and calm with some whispering voices, so I decided to compose my own undertones using an application called GarageBand, which is like a lighter version of Logic Pro. I suppose my musical background comes into play from time to time. I created some of the undertones for the first half of the film and blended them with some stock audio as well. Then for the whispering voices, I wanted what would feel like a chaotic internal dialogue. Many voices talking at the same time. And in a sense, I suppose this was reflective of the very expression of this film, being that we all have those moments where it seems silent yet so noisy internally. To make my life easy, I used ChatGPT and I got 3 scripts to help me simulate negative voices in one's head. I went on to record them myself, and to really sell the idea, I applied some effects like the low pass filter and some studio reverb to make the voices sound like there were whispers in my head. Then onto the camera gear, I used my trusty Blackmagic Pocket 6K and I shot everything in 4K ProRes. I didn't feel the need to use 6K B-RAW since 1, I'm not a professional colorist, and 2, this was just a small project for my YouTube. However, I must say, using DaVinci Resolve has been a great switch for me when it comes to color grading. As for the lenses that I used a Sigma 18-35, a Samyang 50mm T1.5 and a Samyang 100 Macro T3.1, I think. I also custom made a low angle camera stand from scrap wood that was just lying around in our home, which helped me get some unique shots. I uploaded a video on how I made the stand, so do check it out. I'll leave the link in the description. Because I was filming myself, I needed this setup for those low angles since my tripod doesn't go any lower than 85 centimeters, and I obviously didn't have anyone else to help me film this since it was a solo project. Unfortunately, I didn't capture BTS for everything, especially the scenes we shot at the dam. Fun story, I went there with my sister, and on arrival, we found out that they recently started to close the area off at the end of the day, and we arrived 15 minutes before they closed, and my sister was supposed to help with BTS, but that got lost in communication somehow. I forgive her. Anyways, I made use of what felt like 5 minutes to get as many shots. Thankfully, I had enough to make the film. Overall, some scenes didn't make it into the final cut, which is just the reality of filmmaking. You always shoot more footage than you end up using. I hope you enjoyed seeing the process, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. See you on the next one. Cheers!